Hey guys, welcome back to Math with Miss McBride. Very quickly, we're going to jump straight into our lesson standard, which uses place value to round whole numbers to the nearest 10 or 100. And then our lesson target is to round whole numbers to the nearest 10, and then count by multiples of 10, which is jumps or skip counting, and then use that understanding to use the understanding place value to identify benchmarks. But this time, we're going to talk about the hundreds. We're going to talk about the hundreds. Don't worry, I'm right here with you, okay? So it's the same process that we follow when we talk about the tens. Same exact process, okay? And the first thing I need is a place value chart. Very good. So here's my place value chart, okay? First things first, let's look at a hundreds number. So the hundreds number that we're going to use today is, let's use 123. So here's our number, 123. You know, Miss McBride has to clean that up a little bit. It's 123. Now, first of all, to find your benchmark number using a number that has three place values, you look at the tens column, okay? That's the only thing I want you to look at when we're trying to find a benchmark number with a number that has hundreds in it, okay? Look at that tens place, okay? Now I'm going to put 123 into my place value chart. Here's 100. Here's 20. And then here's 3. And I'm going to check myself. 123. Now remember, I said look at the tens place. So I'm just looking at the tens for my benchmark numbers. So I'm going to make sure I write that benchmark. So we're going to pull that tens out. Okay, let's pull it out. When we pull it out, that becomes our first benchmark number. Okay, but remember, it's hundreds. Okay, so we can't forget this. Our first number is 20, but we cannot forget the hundreds because our original number is 123. So all you have to do is whatever your hundreds number is, just copy it in front of your benchmark number. Everybody see that? Let me put that in a different color. I am just going to copy or move my hundreds right in front of my benchmark number, okay? Because we cannot forget it because we're doing hundreds, not 23, we're doing 123. So your first benchmark number is 120, okay? 120. And then we count by tens to get the next benchmark number. So if we jumped 10 spaces to the right on a number line, we would get what number? We would get we would get 120. Very good. Here's our number chart. We have 100 right here. And that's just not working today. So let's just do this. So back to our number chart. We've already identified one benchmark number as 120. Now we're going to jump by 10 to get our next one, which will be 130. Our midpoint number is 125. Okay? So again, first benchmark number comes from the tens place. Copy that one right down to make it 120. Jump by 10, count by 10, and our next benchmark number is 130. So here's my two benchmark numbers, 120 and 130. And our midpoint is 125 because we have equal groups on each side. Everybody good? So now I need to round to the nearest 100. Now we're going to round to the nearest 10 still. We're still rounding to the nearest 10 using the number 123. So I'm going to write tens here so I can remember that this is what I'm rounding to. So again, remember I said we're going to focus on that tens column? We're still going to focus on that tens column to round to the nearest 10, although we have 123. So first things first, let's put 123 on our number line. 120, 121, 122, here's 123. Okay, 123. Now, rounding is very, very easy. We're going to count our jumps to the left, and we're going to count our jumps to the right. And whichever direction has the least amount of jumps, that is 123 rounded to that nearest 10. So let's count our jumps to the left. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 to the left. And let's see how many we have to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 to the right. So which number has the least amount of jumps? Or which direction? Left has the right directions. Very good. And what number is to the left? 120. So 123 rounded to the nearest 10 is 120. Very good.